What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Life's a Dance podcast. I am your cute and adorable little host, Trey Culotta. Thank you, as always, for pressing play and joining me on this journey through self-exploration, demystifying the human mind, figuring out what the hell we're doing here so that we can live our most authentic lives and be our most authentic selves. Thank you for your time. I know it's valuable and I value you. So let's get into it. Today we are sticking with our theme all throughout April. We are going through this spiritual spring cleaning, and somehow it's managed to take on more of like a garden theme, which I'm okay with because gardens need tending to and cleaning, much like the human mind. So a quick recap, we've weeded our gardens. So we're identifying the negative thoughts and beliefs and thought patterns that we don't even really know are subconsciously running in the background, so that we can pull those out, plant the seeds of change, which are the new, more supportive, more loving thoughts that we want to nurture and take root, such as confidence, joy, abundance, expecting good things to happen. Because all too often we're always thinking about the worst case scenario, right? So we've pulled the weeds. We've planted the seeds. We've talked about watering the garden, because you have to give water and sunlight practice, because this takes practice. You are not going to unwire a negative thought or belief or emotion overnight. They're too hardwired into your system, into the computer program of your mind. It's going to take a long time to practice, and you have to do it consistently in order for things to really start to change. Okay, I've been doing this work now for a couple of years, and I feel like just now I'm really starting to feel the difference. And you could work faster through these things, but I'm a busy mom. My schedule's crazy, but I still find the time. Okay, I find the time to practice my meditation, to self-reflect, and to notice inside of my day when a negative thought is popping up. So like some key times that a lot of us feel are like when we're sitting in traffic, if we're at work and we have a coworker approach us and, they need something and there's a rift there, or a boss or whatever. Maybe you get into a fight with your spouse. You're looking at your bank account, any number of things that can trigger kind of this automatic negative response. And so when we practice doing these things, because the name of the game here is changing the thoughts first. And then the thoughts, because thoughts that occur over and over and over again are what become our beliefs. Whether that be about ourselves, about the outside world, whatever. Beliefs become emotions because we are emotionally attached to our beliefs. And then our emotions eventually create our attitude and our demeanor and essentially our identities. I mean, back when I was a teenager, my identity was one of angst and depression and the world owes me something. And guess what, girl? The world don't owe you shit. So, in keeping with our gardening theme, this week we are discussing making that beautiful spiritual salad. It's so good for you. And what the fuck am I talking about? Trey, what are you talking about? Spiritual salad, you fucking crazy bitch. Okay, here's the thing. If you pull the weeds and you plant the seeds, then what are you going to do once you start, once you actually have some lettuce and tomato and cucumber and some onion growing in the garden? Well, you got to pull it all out and you're going to make a salad. You basically create the new person that you have been working so hard to become. We turn it into a more holistic approach of not just our thoughts and beliefs, but our actions and our feelings. This work is important because it all intertwines and interconnects. So now that I've, for example, if I've done all the work, and now I'm giving myself more supportive thoughts, like the ones we've talked about in previous episodes. So I've got this. What if it gets better? I will find a way. Once those thoughts become pretty much automatic, you'll start to notice that the actions in your life are going to start supporting these beliefs. You're going to start believing in yourself and believing that you can accomplish the things and change your behaviors. So I guess really the salad is more like the behaviors that are going to support the new, higher version of us. And I actually went through this process of identifying the behaviors that I wanted to exemplify in my life as the new version of me back when I read Joe Dispenza's book, Changing the Habit of Being Yourself, which is where a lot of this work comes from. And a very important question that he asks as a prompt is, how do I want to act? So I'll give you some examples of my own personal thoughts on this. So my answers to, how would this person act? Okay, she would keep her commitments to herself and others. She would give her time and resources when needed, aka generosity, and teach others and walk and act with confidence. And then the next question is, what would she do? She would honor her body with movement and nutritious food, honor her spirit through meditation and prayer, and honor her mind by trying to learn something new each day. She would push herself outside of her comfort zone almost daily. Let's do one more. How do I see myself behaving? Thinking before I speak or act, exhibiting leadership, delegating tasks that are not my 20%, which should be a whole nother episode, and being consistent with my good daily habits. Also, planning and dreaming. It can't be work all the time. So just to give you some ideas. So the question is, once you've figured out how to rewire the brain to be more supportive and not so negative and default to worst case scenario, what do you want to do with that energy? What do you want to do with this new persona and identity that you are creating? What do you want to put out into the world? Because I guarantee you it's going to be something good. And when we put something good out into the world, we show the universe that we appreciate the opportunity that they've given us to just be here and be a part of this process. And then we get rewarded with fill in the blank. Okay? So what do you want? What do you want to feel like? Overall, do you want to feel confident? Do you want to feel abundant? Do you want to feel unstoppable and limitless? Because the way to get there is through first the thoughts, the negative thoughts changing into the positive, consistently watering, and then you get to pluck that joy right out of the garden. You get to pluck that confidence right out of the garden because it's coming from inside. It's not coming from any type of external validation, which is the beauty of it. You can literally feel this way all the time, no matter what your circumstances are. I have gotten to a point, guys, and I think this is a really good example of how this works, where when I'm driving in the car, oh my God, and I have to drive all the time because my kids and their fucking activities, it's insane. So you're in the car, and no matter what, it's like there's traffic, right? And you just can't get there fast enough. And first of all, it's like, okay, why are we rushing? Because you don't want to just rush the whole way through life. And then it's like most of us rush home from work to do what? Just to plop down on the couch, and you're just in such a rush to just sit down on your own couch. Like, okay, riddle me this, Batman. Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic. But anyway, sitting in traffic, I have gotten to the point where I literally am like, this is an opportunity for me to relax. And when I get there, I get there. I'm going to enjoy my music or my podcast or sometimes even the silence. And I literally will just look out, at the sky. I'm paying attention to my driving. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not worried about, the person in front of me or to the side or to the back or, stop and go traffic. And even if like somebody cuts me off, which I know is a trigger for a lot of us, I'm just like, it's okay. Obviously, they need to get wherever the hell they're going faster than I do. So, okay, good for you. And anyway, it's really liberating. It's really, really liberating. And like going back to, it echoes some of the themes from the episode of like being successful without money or feeling successful without money, because that's a big one too. It's like, I can feel this way anytime I choose. It's just a matter of becoming aware and then acting the same way will come naturally after that. I'm walking with more confidence. I'm walking with a more abundant mindset. I'm walking with more belief in myself. And when people try to be a naysayer or drag me down and tell me that, well, that's not possible, it's like, I don't believe you. I'm sorry, I disagree. I do not accept this line of thinking. As a matter of fact, I think my husband was even like trying to tell me I was really tired or something. And he's like, oh, you should just take it easy and not do this, or maybe don't record as many podcasts. And I'm like, well, I made a commitment and I'm holding myself to a higher standard. So I'm going to keep my commitment, which then, and again, this is going back to the behavior salad. I have instilled all these good mental thoughts and beliefs to where even if I'm tired, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do the things, because I'm not going to go back to default old Tracy that wants to be tired and take a nap in the middle of the day. And then I'm pissed off at myself because that's what I chose to do, rather than doing something that's enriching myself and enriching my soul or my physical body or my mind. And it doesn't have to be go, go, go all the time, but I'm basically living my life with integrity, and I'm living life through a different lens where, again, the validation doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. I don't need to go on Facebook and scroll through to get my validation and dopamine hits anymore. I can get a dopamine hit just by sitting here in the chair, closing my eyes and connecting with the source. And that's the message that I really want to send to you guys, and is that this is possible. Like, if I can do this, and I'm pretty much a basket case on wheels, like, you can do this. You can do this work and feel the benefits and create whatever kind of salad you want. Do you want a Cobb salad? Do you want a Caesar salad? It's totally up to you. What's important to you? And again, once we start instilling that belief in ourselves, which if we reverse engineer it back to those thoughts, it's all possible. It's all possible. But you got to start at step 1, get to step 2, practice step 3, and then we get to step 4, where we get to decide who we want to be, how we're going to act as the new us, and take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to us, and open ourselves up even to possibility, and not the worst case scenario, because this is a whole new way of thinking. I mean, my salad definitely entails limitless, unstoppable, and just anything is possible. Anything is possible. It's pretty fucking cool. I'm going to end it there, guys. Hope you got something out of this episode today. If you did, will you do me a favor? Share it with somebody else who you think might get something out of it. Although you might also have to encourage them to listen to the first 3. Otherwise, the salad reference is going to be like Chinese to them. So anyhow, share it, don't share it. Totally up to you. Love you all. Till next time. Let's dance.